Yes, hello.
Okay, let's talk about recurring orders in lieu. You've got your truck, you got your guys in the field, right? Recurring orders are where the money is made. You want to take that order once and fulfill it many, many times. So I'm all logged in, and I'm going to use the quick add item to fire up a new recurring order. So let's go ahead and find our customer here. I can search, I can select, and of course, recurring orders span subscriptions. They could be a pool cleaning. In this case, we'll keep things very standard, very simple with a pool cleaning, and go ahead and create the new recurring order. If you haven't seen it already, the forms in lieu are very clean and very consistent. So work orders and service orders and recurring orders kind of all look the same. I know it's a recurring order because in the upper left corner, I can see it here. So one of the first things I'm going to do now that I've got my recurring order pulled up here is I'm going to create the frequency of that order. So let's go ahead and create a monthly pool cleaning order. But maybe this customer doesn't want their pool cleaned during the winter months. So let's keep it to 9 months out of the year. I want to go ahead and repeat this order monthly and start it this month. And let's go ahead and make it the first Thursday of each month. Thursday's a good day. It's ahead of the weekend and pool parties. And maybe I have a contract with this customer that I've created and I only want to run it through next year. So let's push it through June of 2021. So let's go ahead and pick that and go ahead and create it. So it's going to create that recurrence. If I want to see exactly what that looks like day by day, I can just hit the calculate button here and I can see, okay, the first recurrence starts in early June. That's the first Thursday, and then it sort of hops over December, January, February, continues in March and goes through June. So that's looking pretty good. So there's our schedule for the recurring order. It really is that easy. Back to the recurring order form, I can see the information, and of course, if anything needs to be updated, like a cell phone number for texting or an address, an email, I can update that here. I can go ahead and look at the location. I can zoom in and see, okay, what exactly are we getting ourselves into here? What kind of pool? That's a pretty sizable pool for this customer. I can zoom in, nice diving board, and sort of see where the truck's going to park and that type of thing. I'm moving right along and I see my task template. This is pretty cool. So what this is I want to put this on the schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and make it a pool cleaning. 60 minutes should allow for travel time. I could make it 90 minutes, of course, but in this case, I'll just leave it as is. How do I want it to appear on the calendar? And then check this out. So if you've got multiple techs in a region, in a route, it's going to go round robin and assign it to the appropriate tech, but maybe the tech lives in the neighborhood, or maybe he already knows this customer, or the customer has a preferred tech. What you can do is do a system override and pick the tech that you want, so that when you save this recurring order, it's going to assign it to that tech and that tech only. It's a really nice feature. Another nice feature is you may need to bring some chemicals or product with you on the trip. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right here. I'm going to go ahead and add maybe a couple pounds of chemicals. In this case, shock, it's oxidizer, but you get the point. And let's go ahead and you can actually affect the pricing and say this is a preferred customer discount of 10%. And then there's some other nice options here about let's say it was a weekly order. You could say SKU only appears in the first order of the month, and then the rest of the month, if it's weekly, then you don't need to bring product. In this case, it's monthly, nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and add this SKU right to the recurring order. And here it is. So my final step is to go ahead and activate this recurring order and make it real, so that when I go back and I want to go ahead and let's go back to recurring orders and sort of scan across the board, I can see who's in onboarding, meaning who's queued up and waiting to get on the board for a recurring service, who's active. So here's our active orders, including the one that we just fired up here for Mr. Just in Time. What's on hold, what's ending in 60 days, and what's completed. So I get a full bird's eye view of everything. And as always, if I want to just go back home and move on to what's next, I just hit home. Thanks so much. That's recurring orders.
Yes, hello.